friends, Namaste. Myself Nimika, I'm a Mohanji Acharya, and today with me is Lisa and Pooja. They are also Mohanji Acharyas. We are today continuing with our session with Sai Baba. Those of who have not listened to our previous session, in that session we discussed how Sai Baba came to our life and how we were desperately looking for some desires to be fulfilled in our life, but soon being in his grace, we realize that we are not really looking for that desires anymore. And today we continue this session, and probably we will be talking more about our experiences with Baba in different terms, like how how we felt that there are miracles happening in our life, how we felt that we need to have so much of faith and patience in our life, and how our life our life just goes topsy turvy when there is a master who comes into your life. So continuing with the session, I'll ask Pooja to take forward this.
Okay, thank you, Nimi. So yes, I wanted to actually start off right now talking about how our life intensified once we became we were graced by a master, a master such as Sai Baba. When we are going through very difficult times, we don't understand how what they are working on or how they are working, but there is a very silent hand holding you during these times. So and I only understood why what the significance of intensifying intensity that happens is only after I met Mohanji. When Mohanji explained, there is a video on YouTube where Mohanji explains that a lot of times when you have just started your journey with a master as powerful as Sai Baba, that you everything spirals down at a very high speed, and the reason it does is because they are reducing your births. So if you were supposed to come back for 25 births, the intensity is so much of each birth that instead of 25, maybe you're just coming back for 10 or maybe 5, depending on the intensity of this life. So and I know that I can speak for Lisa and Nimika that we all have experienced that. We have experienced that at a very high level. So definitely, and a lot of people used to ask me, "You're so spiritual," and again, they don't, or they would say, use the word religious. We are not religious. Neither is Lisa religious. Neither is Nimika religious. We are spiritual. But they say, "Oh, you're so religious, or you're so spiritual. Why is your life so difficult?" And this is the answer, that when you're with a true master, your life becomes intensified because they're reducing your births. And but in all of this, there's one thing I can very very confidently say, that Sai Baba never left my hand. Even though we might feel that oh, he's not listening to you, or he is why is he giving me so much pain, he has never left my hand during my difficult times. Today I have gone through very very dark times. um, Even you can use the term depression, very negative thoughts. And even during those times, I very confidently say today that if it wasn't for Sai Baba, I wouldn't have been able to get out of those times, because he really held my hands. And those silent graces, silent blessings that come, we can only realize them once we are out of this period. And when you look back and you said, "Oh my God, I cannot believe how much Sai Baba did for me, and how ungrateful I was, or how much I've fought with him, or how much I have said things to him that I regret that I said to him." But there is a silent hand that is carrying you through these difficult times. Even when you feel there is nobody listening to you, he is there. He is there, like solid, just like your own, like inside your soul. He's your soul. He walks with you. He cries with you. He's happy for you. He's sad for you. So definitely, this is my experience when it comes to intensify. Lisa, do you want to add to that as well?
Yes, thank you, Pooja. I would love to add something because I saw this so many times. That people have wrong notions that when you are connected to a master, your life will be so smooth, and there will be no hardship. But this is again a very wrong expectations or notions, because as you said that when master entered our life, they our intensity of our life becomes so high. And then later on, at maybe at that period of time when life become more hard, then we asked so many times, our mind actually play this game, that why now Mohanji or Sai Baba or any master, now I'm connected with this master, but why my life is become more hard. Then it's like later on we understand that they intensify our life because of this. They want to make us purpose bound, not selfish, because most of the time we used to live our life in a selfish way. Like we just love to think about our own, our own purpose, our own selfish purpose, like private purpose, comfort zone. But after connecting with the true master, it's life is a totally completely, it's a different kind of purpose. And then because of that, they actually through that time they actually preparing us for that purpose. So I'm really grateful that Baba, Sai Baba and Mohanji gave us, all of us, that insight, that we should um, not think about our own selfish life. Yes, he also gave us this freedom that live your life fully, but at the same time you should think about, like, what is your, you should ask yourself, what is your net worth. uh, you took so many things from Mother Earth, but what you give to Mother Earth. So that's why I want to thank Mohanji and Sai Baba, that he gave us that kind of insight, and gave us this understanding level that life should not be selfish. It should be purpose bound service towards humanity.
I would like to add on to this, Lisa. You said very right. Even now, uh, obviously, in my life, I have seen the hard times, and it was soon after Baba came into my life. And now I understood why those hard times were there. And now, when I know the reality, I see many people coming to me and talking to me about saying that why is it so that Baba is so harsh on us? Baba is not listening to me. It happens, what is that we all are so used to living in our comfort life that we don't want to come out of that comfort, and in that we
Yeah.
forget the importance of why this birth has been given to us. What should be the real way of living, how Baba used to live, like a fakir. Like he needed nothing for himself, he was just serving. But what we do is that we are just always asking and asking to the divine for only our material comforts. And as soon as Baba comes to our life, or any master comes to our life, this comfort is taken away. And this makes us realize the real importance of having this birth. It makes us realize the things that we have been given, and how what are the unique qualities that we have, and we can share those things with others. So only when we go through those intensified times, only when we experience those difficult days, we realize that uh, that those are becoming as a strength for us in future. For example, I went through depression at that point of time, and today I feel that is so much of strength I have, that I can help people who are going through depression. I can help them in giving them some positivity to come out of those depression states. So it could be anything that is taken away from you. Like, for example, there are people who lose everything, material gains, properties, or everything. And then at one point of time, when they realize that, okay, these things have been taken away from me, I can live even without. Then the life takes a turn, and then you realize that, okay, even if I have money, or even if I don't have money, I can be happy, I can be content. and then you come to a state where you start serving others. When you
Yeah.
start giving others, when you have seen the difficult times in your life, when you had no money, now you can realize the pain of those who are going through the pain of not having enough financial stability, and then you start serving to others. But if we are there in our own comfort, we will never ever go and look for those people or would like to serve those people. So this is something I think very important, that everyone should understand, that when masters are there in your life, they are just making you realize the true importance of this birth that has.
Then we, yeah, then we never take masters or life for granted.
Granted.
We
Yeah.
always, yeah, we always show our respect towards life and anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so true.
And I think that's a really good topic also, to talk about taking masters for granted. I think that we just take, especially with Sai Baba. I've noticed a lot of Sai devotees. They go to him. Oh, Baba does this miracle, and this miracle and that miracles that Baba is always doing. So he's called the miracle God, or just because he shows his grace, he shows his affection, he responds to your devotion to him in the most loving way. He will respond it based on your constitution. So people just label him down to like a miracle machine or something like that. And I've also noticed, it's very interesting that the devotees that are Sai Baba devotees, when they ask me about Mohanji, they will usually say, "Oh, what miracle has Mohanji done?" So to me, I'm like, they are not miracle machines. They are responding to your devotion. They are responding to your love that you have in the heart, and that is why they do. I reached a point in my spiritual journey where I don't even focus on miracles anymore. Not to say I don't focus on grace. I focus on grace. I don't focus on miracles. When I started my journey, whenever I put a jasmine mala on Sai Baba, the mala grows at a very high speed. It grows. I have pictures. I don't have pictures right now, but I've taken pictures of. And initially, I used to get so excited. Oh my God, that jasmine mala is growing. Jasmine mala is growing. But towards, you have to realize, because these miracles can also be binding. They bind you, and then when they don't happen the next time, we're like, oh my God, what have I done? That the jasmine mala is not growing again, right? So jasmine mala is just an example. I mean, there are so many miracles that have happened, in especially in my life. So many of them have happened, but miracles are very binding, and that is why I really appreciate Mohanji in that aspect. Obviously, he does miracles as well, but he very very silently he downplays it. He does it very non-assuming, like as if he's not done anything, and he just very casually will talk about it. So he's one of those really. So and I don't like to talk about Mohanji and miracles very much. And neither do I like to talk about Sai Baba and miracles, because there's so much more than that. Baba said in the Sai Satcharitra, my jholi or my bag is full. I can give anybody anything they want. But what are you asking for, right? And by that he means he's talking about
Spiritual.
spiritual wealth that he has to offer. But how many of us actually go to him for spiritual wealth?
That's true.
Right. So this is my take on miracles. Nimika or Lisa, do you want to add anything to that?
Yes, I want to say something because miracle. This is again a mind trap, a mind concept, right? Like, isn't it a huge miracle that how we changed, our life becomes so beautiful? Once upon a time, I was totally blind, mentally blind, that I couldn't even see a single blessings of my life. That how blessed I am. I don't know what is starvation. I don't know. I have parents. I'm healthy. I have money, reasonable money to buy anything I want. It is a huge life itself is a blessings. Always was a blessings for me. But I was so blind to see all these blessings. But isn't it a big miracle that through Mohanji's teachings now I can see the huge blessings of my life each time I could breathe. Even I could, I when I see that I'm healthy, I have food, I have bed, I have parents, I have everything in my life. But now he gave me that inner insight, that inner eye to see. Isn't it a huge miracle? And I mean, what kind of miracle we want to see? Then once I asked myself that why people, if we say that we love our masters, and we say that we practice unconditional love, right? So, but what if your master so-called miracle, what we our expectations, what we want to, what mind wants to see, what if master will not going to deliver it intentionally? Are you going to stop loving your master? Is it that then you should not claim that we are practicing unconditional love, because this is again a huge mind trap for me. At least I realize it that way.
Yes, I would like to add on to this on topic of miracle is that the more you have faith, you can you can see all different kinds of miracles, and miracles are just
Definitely.
mind traps, as you said, Lisa. Miracles are just mind traps. So miracles are made to maybe attract you to the masters, uh, but if you just stick to those miracles and look for more and more, then definitely you are not going to progress in my sense is the progress in your spiritual path, in your spiritual journey. And that is the highest blessings one can have if they have received this spiritual wealth that Baba used to say that he has bag full of spiritual wealth and anyone can ask for it and they can get. So instead of asking for those material wealth that people just go on asking for, or all those miracles that they run about for looking for those miracles, instead if they increase their faith towards Baba, they will get uh, more than what they have ever imagined in their life. So that's what I have to say about this topic on miracle. Yeah.
uh, I think it's important we clarify here. There is nothing wrong in asking for material desires. We just want to clarify. None of us,
Yeah.
neither Nimika nor Lisa, are saying don't ask for miracle for material desires to a guru or to Sai Baba. But I think what we are referring to is that they are a lot more than what sometimes our mind perceives them to be, and they have a lot more to offer. Mohanji has said, especially about Kailash, when he has taken devotees to Kailash, Mohanji has said, Kailash has a lot to offer, but are you receptive enough? So it is the same thing. There is, but definitely neither the three of us are not saying that don't ask for material desires. Definitely there is a need. You need food on the table. You need a job to pay your bills.
Of course,
Yeah.
that is something that has to be there. But what I want to say is that instead of just asking for those material gains, if you don't focus on those material gains, instead if you focus on serving, instead if you focus on being more faithful towards the master or god, whoever you believe in, those material things will automatically be there for you because the grace will be there for you.
We should
Okay. So
focus on our self transformation instead of focus on outside miracles or any other expectations.
yeah,
And
This is
and
the huge thing.
see miracles. There is also a lot of so-called fake masters out there as well, and they very easily do miracles with whatever we have seen. There are videos on YouTube and Google and everything like that, that very easily they do things. And what happens is that our minds get so like, oh my god, he's real, he's a real guru or anything like that, right? So this is also a way to caution ourselves to be careful a little bit about uh, being attracted to a guru or anybody. So we just miracles are not the only way to get connection with Sai Baba or any other master. As Masters of stature such as Sai Baba, Mohanji, Abdutanathananda. These are very very high. They're Sadgurus, they are Parabrahmas. So they have a lot more to offer. So we should really be very careful uh, when it comes to miracles. This actually just a thought came in my mind, and I thought I asked the two of you: uh, is it okay to ask masters? That should be a question. Where do we draw a line on asking for things from master? So when you see Mohanji, how many times? What is the like? How? Okay, I'm trying to frame the question. When you go to master, how is it okay? How many times is it okay to ask for something?
I would like to add to this question, Pooja, is that asking is not wrong, but you need to see the whatever you are asking for, how much is it really a selfish need, or how much the thing that you are asking can benefit others as well. If your requirement is, for example, if there is a man who is very poor and he is asking for some material wealth so that he can feed his family because he's really poor, in that case I don't see any problem asking for money to a master, or because he need to take care of his family to survive. But on the other hand, there are people who are rich enough, wealthy enough, filled with treasures, I would say, and still going and asking for more and more. So that draws a line itself, that you need to realize that what you're asking for is it really something that if you get can help someone else as well, or is it simply for your selfish need?
I think I heard once so many times Mohanji used to tell these things, that when you go to any masters or any temple or any mosque or anywhere, uh, you should say thank you for everything. That's actually when we ask for something, actually we are showing our poverty consciousness, right? That this is not enough.
Yes.
So it is like this universe is like a mirror effect, right? Master means it's a universe, right? So uh, he's kind of a mirror. So the moment you are continuously you are showing your poverty consciousness, they will set others too. But when you say when we learn to say, because it's really hard when you are going through such a intense journey, lackings of something, it's really hard to say thank you. But we need to learn how to say thank you in every situation. So before I was like that, but after through Mohanji's teachings, I learned it that you should always say thank you, even for my difficult time, even for my pain. There must be some reason this is happening with me, and then because of this pain, I'm growing. So this is my journey. So this is my conception. I follow this conception.
No, and I agree with what Lisa said. Even when if you have heard about Mohanji's journey, if you read some of the blogs, he's very specifically said, even he meets a lot of different masters, and when the masters have asked him, why have you come to me, Mohanji has said, I only want your blessing.
That's so true.
Right? So Mohanji has been it is his life that is a teaching to all of us as well, right? So he has very specifically said that, and as Lisa said, we should express gratitude instead of always asking. We are showing our poverty consciousness, which I agree what Lisa said. So definitely, that's a really good lesson for us.
Yeah, definitely. Now I would like to touch a bit upon faith and patience. What is the main teachings of Sai Baba? What he always says, to have faith and patience. And many a times we just fail to understand the real meaning of faith and patience. Uh, we sometimes ask for something to the masters or to the divine, and we just keep on you know uh, always thinking about the same thing. Like if you have patience, what I want to say is that if, for example, if I ask for something and I have faith that I will receive that thing, then
Yeah.
give it to the master instead of just waiting and always thinking the same thing in your mind that when I'm going to get that. So when you are still waiting for that thing to get to you, you don't have faith in that sense. And in that case, you're not even having patience, because in case of patience, I would say that patience means that just remember that you have faith and it will happen. Maybe now, or maybe after 10 years, it will happen. But
Right.
just don't keep on waiting and showing that eagerness of getting something from the master. I think I read it somewhere in some of the books of Sai Baba, where it's so beautifully explained the meaning of patience. Because many a times, what I understood earlier was that, okay, having faith is that, okay, I have faith, I will get whatever I need. I have full faith. But then still, the mind always keeps on thinking, okay, when I'm going to get it, when I'm going to get it. And then again, I remind myself that Baba has told me to have patience, so I keep patience, and then again after some time I have the same thought again and again. But when I read that on that book, that immediately gave me that insight of what exactly Baba meant with patience. It doesn't have to be that you have to keep on thinking about this thing. You have faith means you have complete faith. You don't have to think about it again and again. Whenever it's the right time, you'll get that.
Have faith, even the answer is wait.
In the Sai Sacharitra, he has said, he gave his guru two pesas. One was Shraddha, one was Saburi. It is really, these two are really for uh, your internal journey, more than internal journey, your internal, like a verification check for you as to if you have faith and if you have patience. Because it is very easy, easy that okay, I have faith in Sai Baba, but when it actually comes to getting something you want, and it could be even spiritually you want something, you want to be able to meditate, go into samadhi a little bit longer and deep, but do you have that patience, and do you have that trust that you will get there, but you may not be eligible for it. And this reminds me of an incident that Mohanji had shared with us when it came to Sai Baba. There was a devotee that had come to Sai Baba, and he kept on saying, I rise my kundalini, and Sai Baba has said, you're not eligible, you're not there yet, don't ask for it. And he said, no, rise my kundalini. He used to come every day to Sai Baba, rise my kundalini. And in the end, Baba just gave in and he said, okay, fine, if you want this, I'll give it to you. And then the kundalini was raised, and he was that man went completely crazy. He was walking, he was running around Shirdi and completely going completely crazy. And so everybody from in Shirdi came to Baba and said, please control this man. And so the point is that and this is where Shraddha and Saburi comes in, is to really understand that when the master is not giving you something, or is giving you something, there is a reason behind it. There is a deeper meaning which none of us at this level can, our constitution, we cannot maybe perhaps understand it. So to have faith, to know that there is a reason why he's making you wait, or to have faith that things will turn out for the better, it's your internal check to see internally how much you really have faith. It's easier for you to show to people. You do 4 aartis in the house, you show people that you have faith, but it is really your internally, you are doing like a check mark. Yes, I have faith in Baba. Yes, I have patience. Yes, I trust Baba that he will give me what, whenever I want. So this is my take on faith and patience. Lisa, you want to add something to that?
No, I'm pretty much agree with both of you, because this is actually the practice we should do, and we should trust, and before ask anything, we should have that trust that when we are. Mohanji always says that if you are a student of class 1, you cannot go and sit for class 10, right? So we should understand that we are not ready for what we are asking, right? So that's how Baba's core teachings is patience and faith. Some agree. We should learn. We cannot. Mind never want to wait, right? This is uh, mind. But when you understand that you are growing, you are learning, then you know how to wait and how to keep your patience.
I think it's also comparison comes in it. This person is
Yes.
getting it, I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
so I think comparison also has a huge role in it, because now even with the let's say let's say with the three of us, right? And if one of us get it, the other one, Puja, you have Sai Baba's mala is growing in your house. Okay, I'll also put the mala in my house and see if the jasmine mala is growing in my house.
Definitely.
So it is, but you have to understand that we may not be eligible for it, and it's possible we are eligible for something more.
Yeah,
it is,
Definitely.
I
yeah,
remember once someone asked Mohanji that whenever we ask something from Sai Baba, I'm not getting that. So Mohanji replied that maybe you are asking for a Maruti and maybe you are eligible for a BMW. So just wait for your turn.
yeah.
Right.
And I've seen, especially with Sai Baba, when he gives you, like, in Hindi there's a saying that chappad faar ke dete hain.
Yes.
So Sai Baba, when he gives you like threefold, fourfold. I've seen that over and over again with lot of devotees. Whenever he's asked them to wait, and then when he has given it to them, he has given them like full from the heart. He has given them.
Yes.
I, I've seen that. I've seen that over and over again with a lot of devotees that he has made them wait. So so I agree with you. I
Like
totally
us, now we are overflowing with love, right? Three of us.
Yes.
and we are serving the society. What we are instruments of Mohanji. We are an
Yeah.
Acharya today. We are an extension of the Guru Parampara. What
Yeah.
more can
What
anybody?
more we can ask,
What
right?
what more can we ask from the Guru Parampara? Like the Guru tradition. There is no higher blessing than this.
I don't think that none of us, at least all three of us, would have ever imagined a life like this 10 years before.
No.
Like,
Never. I thought this
Never.
is the end of my life. I never
Yeah.
thought that I can come out from this trap, from
Yeah.
this dark place. But now I can see that lots more. You can explore your life. There is no life will give you opportunities after opportunities.
that's so
But
And
then again, the master will help you to understand that you can move forward even now. This is there is
and
lots more.
and with faith, faith is also lack of fear, right? Faith is also lack of fear. And what happens, we think about a lot, like, and I, even today, even still today, I will think about situations that perhaps are going to happen in the future, and I stress myself about sometimes saying that, oh my god, what am I going to do if I run into this situation? I think about that sometimes, and then I say to myself, no, but there is Mohanji. I have Mohanji. So it is in that mind, you sort of bring the faith back and say. Similarly, like when 10 years ago, when we were perhaps in very not perhaps, we were in a very different mental frames, asking and asking for material things. And not that asking for material things is wrong. I just want to clarify that not three of us are not saying that, but asking for things which perhaps today we still haven't received. In our last video, the three of us said that we haven't received what we have asked from Sai Baba.
Yeah.
But there was a fear 10 years ago as to how my life would be uh, when I did not have it. Like what would happen to me if I did not have this in 10 years. But today, after 10 years, today when I look back on 10 years, that I still don't have it and I'm fine. So the faith that even 10 years down the road, some of the fears that you have, if today I am fine with the grace of Mohanji, 10 years down the road, I'm also going to be fine by the
Yes.
grace of the Guru Parampara and Mohanji. So I think that's very important. But definitely we should talk a little bit about fear as well. The lack of faith is lack of fear is one of the biggest lessons actually I got from Mohanji as well.
That's true. And in my case, I would say that that fear that you're talking about of the future, it was so intense in my case a couple of years back. The only thing I was thinking about was the future. But now I realize that there is no future. The future never comes as a future, it comes as a present.
It comes as a
Right.
present.
It comes as a present. And now I have got used to this life where I really try to enjoy this present. And that worries and the fears that I had about the future was all gone. I don't even now think about what is going to happen next day. So it has like evolved us so much that these things doesn't matter at all now.
So two burden of our life, past and future, already they took the
It's
Sai
That's
Baba
true.
and Mohan from us.
That's very well put. Yes, I agree with that. That's very well said.
And also I want to add something that, see, our situation is same. The people we interact before, the same people, the same situation, even sometimes more challenging, right?
That's so true.
Because now we are walking pathless path, so we are walking towards liberation. So definitely the people who are dependent on material terrestrial life, they will definitely not going to understand you, right? So sometimes situation becomes more challenging, but uh, the beautiful thing is, like, our inner world, our inner space is completely focused on our purpose, our master, our teachings, our, like, we know that we are, that's how actually how beautiful it is, how powerful it is, that because of Mohanji, because of Sai Baba, we become like that.
This reminds me of something. I can give my example of what you said, how life becomes much more difficult now and how it was earlier. So I was in a state of situation where I felt that I have so much of responsibility. I'm taking care of the house, your work, and you have a 3-year-old child. Well, at that point of time, just born, and so all those times I was so frustrated. I just wanted to run away because I was feeling I was too much overloaded with work. But if I see my current situation now, there is another one more thing added is an acharya activity. So nothing has changed in my life. I still have my work. I still have to take care of my house and my kid. And on top of that, I am doing this acharya activities as well. And how well I'm managing everything.
Because you are not managing, no, Nimi. Is it you that is managing?
No, of course, I'm not managing, but they are giving us strength to do everything, to
Yeah.
manage everything. At the same thing, like Lisa said, that sometimes the situations are even more intense later on. So that's how I was giving example that my situation has changed, doesn't have changed much. The things are the same, even it has intensified. And this COVID situation has made my life much more difficult because I feel that 24 hours are quite less for me to manage everything, handle everything. But then still, everything is going on so smooth.
Last 3 months, I sit down inside my bedroom, yeah, and, like, I cannot go out, and then I never feel that, it's like a kind of suffocating kind of feelings, right? But if I compare myself, like, if I'm like before, then I cannot handle it, because it's like you are always sitting inside your room, and then you are kind of inside a jail. But now I can use my time even better, because I can do more meditation, and I can even do, I can more contemplate, and then I can use my time. So this is actually empowerment. Sometimes I think that, because of Baba, Sai Baba, and Baba's teachings and Mohanji's teachings, my patience level grows a lot, so that I can handle this situation so smoothly without any complaining or without any hassle.
Definitely. I think that once we connect to a master and we live their teachings, Mohanji says the best gift you can give me is live my teachings, right? So when you live the teachings, uh, you really realize how smooth the life is. Situations are the same for all of us. What situation I was in 10 years, I'm still in that situation. There is no difference. But when a purpose has been given to you, as Nimika mentioned, a purpose of being an acharya, to give back this opportunity that you are an instrument to give back to the world. Even today, the purpose we are doing these videos are to even just talk about our journey, so that listeners, or anybody that is listening to us might feel inspired, or might feel it's okay that they are in this position and things are going to get better. To have that faith that things will get better, and things do get better. And the three of us are the example of how things have gotten better for us. So things do definitely do get better. um, so basically it is just, once you start living the teachings of the masters, life just becomes really, like a beautiful paradise. It really is just amazing. And to be able to to give back, whatever you have. And giving back is not only about money. You just don't give back with money. There is lot of ways you can give back. You can give somebody your time, just telling somebody that I'm there for you. If you need anything, please pick up the phone and give me a call. Even giving food, if you're a good cook or you have that capacity to feed people, to give food. So there is so many ways we can give back and live a life of purposefulness. And once you put that teachings into your practice, you ingrain them, you adopt these teachings, you realize how wonderful your life is. And that is the biggest lessons that I've learned from Sai Baba and Mohanji. Their lives are their lives, the way they live their life is our like
All
our
about giving.
Satcharitra.
Yeah.
And it's all that is our Satcharitra. The way they're living, the way Mohanji is living is my Mohanji Satcharitra. The way Sai Baba was living it is his Satcharitra, right? So yes, definitely it becomes a really beautiful, very, very beautiful journey.
I want to add something, that because I had wrong notions that if you have money, you can only give through your money. But later on, through Mohanji's teachings, I learned that you can share anything you have in abundance. Like if you have love or time or knowledge or power, anything, right? When you start sharing, your life become more, because you constantly you are practicing your richness, and that's how you will become even more richer and richer day by day inside. Like this is called spiritual bank balance. So through this practice, you are become more richer and richer day by day, and then you will see the abundance in your life. You feel that fulfillment inside your heart, that you are not you will never feel the lackings of anything when you start sharing your life. And then whichever way you can, there is nothing big, nothing small, but just share whatever you have. I interact with one man. I just want to share, this is such amazing. I really inspired through from this man, because he is really a poor man. You know, the rickshaw who ride the rickshawala in India and Bangladesh. So he's a rickshawala, and he's 57 years old. So one day, somehow, I had that privilege to talk with him, and then when he told me that he has a purpose in his life, and then I asked him, what kind of purpose you have? I was really curious to know. And then he told me that I want to plant 10,000 trees. uh, so what I do, I each month I plant 5 or 10 trees wherever I can. And then he kept doing it almost 10 years. And I was so shocked to know that a rickshawala, a very like, poor person, who can have this kind of value for life, have this kind of insight for life. And then I asked him, why you want to do that? And he said that because I'm really poor, I don't have to share something very big. So what I asked one day, what can I share? What can I give for my motherland? So I thought, let me plant trees as much as I can. And then I started doing this.
Wow.
And I was
That's
really
amazing.
mesmerized
Amazing.
to hear this story that, oh my God, you never know what kind of I unfortunately I forgot to ask about his address or any contact I can, but I lost him. But you never know that he might saint or something, because how come this level of like, who is living a life who is really minimal survival state, and then he he is able to think like this is wonder.
Yes, definitely. He is an inspiration. I think this
Yeah.
story will
He's
inspire
an
so many.
inspiration, and I was really wow, like, oh my God, this is, I learned a lot from him.
And there are a lot of
And
people
someone,
like this, Lisa. There are a lot
there's
of
a
people.
lot of people,
Yeah, they
yeah,
are very
yeah.
silently they are doing so much. They are not people that we read
Then,
about in
yeah,
the paper. They are not people that we see in the news channels. They are not heard. They are not known to people, but they very silently they are doing so much for Mother Earth. um, and there is a richness in their
the
life that,
richness, the
yeah,
feelings,
richness,
the thought, that kind of
yeah,
like that kind of conception. Like I also witnessed so many multimillionaires. They just living the selfish life. But the thing is, they are not after applauses or any appreciations. They just do it from their heart. So such people are really, they're like, we are so blind to see this kind of people, but they're really they really exist.
Yeah,
so are we on time, Nimika?
I think yes. It's time now. We can end the session now.
Okay, so thank you everybody for joining. I hope that you found this session to be very, very, hopefully it is inspiring to and motivating to you. To learn more about Mohanji, you can you can visit his official website, www.mohanji.org. Thank you everybody for joining. Shri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj ki jai, and Jai Mohanji, everybody.
Mohanji.
Jai Mohanji, thank you all.
Thank you.